It is again here today. Niseme kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Nilisema za kwamba sisi tuko demokrasia. Na demokrasia kila mtu ako na haki ya kuongea. Sama ya ODM tuliamua ya kwamba sisi tutakuwa na uhusiano. Lakini kukuwa na uhusiano sio kusema ya kwamba sisi wote tumeingia kwa serikali. And the reason why I don't see why people are bickering. When Mr. James Orengo talks, he's talking on the basis of an MOU between ODM and UDA. Orengo has not committed any crime. He has got a democratic right to say what you're saying. When Professor Yang Nyong'o speaks about devolution, he is talking the language of ODM.
James Orengo drops another bombshell. He is ready to go to jail over Ruto's resistance to serve Kenyans as a country. Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. Now, James Orengo has resurfaced yet again with another bombshell. He is ready to go to jail if Ruto does not honor the rights of Kenyans as a country. James Orengo has been on the critique side of the broad-based alliance. We all know that ODM got divided into two, the people who are supporters of Ruto, and we have the people in ODM that advocate for the rights of Kenyans like James Orengo. Orengo has the public opinion, and he's so much loved. When he speaks, his opinion counts, meaning he has the support from the Kenyans.
I am prepared to go back to jail. I'm prepared to go back on the streets. This is not a country to be proud about. This is a country where now the young people, the Gen Zs, you have to come out and we are prepared to join you. In Kenya, our institutions are under trial. There's no single institution that is not under trial in Kenya. If you go to the Supreme Court, there are a lot of questions that are being raised about the principal judicial organ, the supreme organ in the country called Kenya. There are questions on the issue of the Constitution, and here I am with Raila Amolo Odinga. Devolution is under threat, and until we are prepared to fight for the Constitution and not for the little things we are given, unless we are prepared to fight for what is in the Constitution for us as a matter of right, Kenya is going to lose direction. I am asking the Kenyan people that we should be like other democracies where people fight for their rights and what belongs to them. That is how we can take Kenya forward. Not by this silly politics we are being engaged in. Now, even in the political field now, 60 years, Kenya is a republic. And the only strategy we can think about winning elections at the national level is to form ethnic coalitions, tribal coalitions. Tribal coalitions, that is not going to help. Right now in Kenya, the last free and fair election that we had was in 2002. If we are not careful, even this election that is coming is not going to be free and fair. I am looking at it critically. Even with this IBC, I can see the membership that is going to come out of this process. I am sure that unless they are constitutionally anchored and allowed the space, Kenya is not going to have free and fair elections. It is not going to have free and fair elections. We are living in a country where the most popular man in the country for the last 20 years, Raila Amolo Odinga, cannot win an election because it's being stolen all the time. And we are forced to now enter into deals and transactions that do not make sense. So the struggle is
Orengo is prepared to actually hold the support for the Gen Z's uprising. He is definitely ready to go to streets to battle against Ruto if he does not comply with the Kenyans. I think this is a message being passed. That is definitely, if the broad-based alliance is not working, ODM is ready to go support the Gen Zs on the streets with their riots. We have clearly heard Raila Odinga saying Orengo has every right to actually speak. The time he openly criticized President William Ruto, and it caused a political storm over all social media platforms. Then Raila Odinga came in to defend James Orengo, stating they have democracy. And Orengo has every right to speak. When he speaks, he is actually speaking according to the MOU that was signed between UDA and ODM, the broad-based alliance. So definitely when Orengo speaks, it only means one thing, that Raila Odinga is communicating. Orengo is the mouthpiece of Raila Odinga. Why do you think James Orengo has come out strong, stating he is ready to go to jail and join the Gen Zs in their uprising? It only means one thing. The finance bill is being debated upon. Orengo actually asked the Gen Zs to fight for the rights of the Constitution of Kenya, and that they are ready to support the Gen Zs because Kenya is a democratic republic like any other, by fighting for their rights. He further criticizes the 2027 general election, stating it will not be a fair elections. He further criticizes the IEBC, stating IEBC will actually be on the side of President William Ruto, just like all other corrupt IEBCs. Well, do you think James Orengo actually has a point in what he is stating? The working constitution actually has a point, and if you listen to him critically, he is raising concerns of the Kenyans as citizens. Orengo further states, even the most popular man, who is Raila Odinga, the only standing man with the greatest opposition party, cannot win an election. Reason being, the elections are being rigged all the time, and Raila is always forced to endorse or engage into agreements that lead into handshakes or nusumkate or the broad-based alliance kind of agreements. And my big question is, why do you think James Orengo has come out publicly to actually incite the Gen Zs back to the streets if need be, and he is ready to go to jail to fight for the rights of the people by joining the Gen Zs in their uprising against Ruto if he doesn't honor the rights of Kenyans? Do you think James Orengo is targeting the succession of Raila Odinga? Like I earlier said, ODM is divided into two. We have the parties that support President William Ruto and the broad-based alliance, and we have the other party that is anti-Ruto and is supporting the will of the people of Kenya. Orengo has a stand, and that only means he is siding with the people of Kenya. He chooses to support the will and the voice of the people of Kenya. If you have been keen on the politics of Kenya, President William Ruto is a very intelligent man, and he thought by having this alliance, it will be easy for him to control ODM as a party, which has turned out not to be. Because if he gets a little chance and penetrates ODM, then ODM will be finished. The weaker ODM, the advantage to President William Ruto, but Raila Odinga is not ready to let Ruto take hold of his political party. He is clearly aware of the kind of politics Ruto is playing. Could this be a political strategy come 2027? That brings us to our big question. Do you think James Orengo is actually the mouthpiece of Raila Odinga and he is passing a message to William Ruto? Well, Orengo's speech is actually sending a message to the people of Kenya, because the people of Kenya currently are not in support of William Ruto. Do you agree? Leave me your views on the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.